Agatha, thanks for tuning in to Sports Scene once more. Look, this week, still the shutdown of venues. Sports Foundation has all the venues still on shutdown, but we have a great win to celebrate, Hunters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big win.
Yeah, a really big good evening to everyone that's watching. SP Hunters, what a huge win against the Ipswich Jets. It was really good showing by the boys.
Yeah, I think they went in with the first game, finding their feet, but eventually second round they came in and they made sure they doubled.
Yeah, no, I tell you, later on in the show, I'll be talking. I'll be talking to Brendon Nima, and he'll tell us all about, their not their plans, but their story so far, and they're playing for a lot more. So they've got to be able to put in the hard yards.
Yeah. All right. So as Lawrence have mentioned, we have Brendon Nima on a Zoom session with us, who will be joining Lawrence later on the show. We also have Stanley Hondina, PNGRFL CEO, who will be joining us as well via Zoom to talk about the Digicel Cup. So stay tuned for that. Before we get on with that, Lawrence will run through the scoreline for us.
Yep, no worries. All right, let's go through the NRL scoreline from last weekend, just to refresh your minds. Panthers 12-10 over Melbourne Storm. Our good brother, Jo, had the chance to pass that ball, but he didn't. We'll stop it right there. The Dragons 38-12, big winners over Manly, who are still winless. As we flick over the page, South Sydney, Denny, 38-16, your Roosters. Yeah. That's okay?
Yeah.
You're fine?
I mean,
you're
at
good
least
with that?
It's not a zero, like, some people have it on the scoreline.
Yeah, I mean, look, 34-31, New Zealand Warriors beat the Raiders, and look at that. Could you look at that?
Yeah.
Hello, Broncos 24, the Bulldogs 0.
But it's just Bulldogs, Wooden Spooners, beating Bulldogs, not a big deal.
Parramatta 28, Cronulla Sharks 4. What a game that was. West Tigers 24 beat Newcastle Knights 20. They got their first win. And the Titans, they're the team in the Queensland part of the world that they're making all the headways. 44 over North Queensland Cowboys 10. Now that's the scoreline. I thought since the Broncos won, Dinny.
After so long.
Yes, and there's a Karu that plays there, and I thought we'd just play this. Let's have a look.
Which Karu are we talking about? Coates?
Yes, as you can see, Xavier Coates.
I can see that.
It was a 60-meter try. Wow. What a moment for Papua New Guinea, but more so for the Route 600. Yeah. We were very excited about that win.
Yeah, I know. Coates is just impressive.
All right. Well, congratulations again, and he spoke really well after the interview. Look, I'm going to try and get him on Zoom. Sometime during the next couple of weeks.
Awesome. I can interview him with
you can. Yeah, sure. Definitely you can do that. Okay, let's continue on. As we said, the Intrust Super Cup scores. This is how it went down. 28-14, the Bears beat the Cutters. Hunters, massive win. They were actually down at halftime, 44-22 against the Jets. The Pride and the Capras had the first draw of the season, 18 all. All right, the Blackhawks 30 defeated the Tigers, didn't score. The Devils 26 defeated the Dolphins 24. Wynnum Manly Seagulls 36 against the Tweedhead Seagulls 24. And the Sunshine Coast Falcons 32 defeated the Magpies on 26. No, that's about it. All right, so that's it. Now, Dinny, before we go to the break, I heard that the flyover.
Yeah.
There's actually a crack there.
What?
Yeah. And they say the flyover is going to break shortly. Did you hear about that?
No, that's news to me.
It's not sports related.
Yeah.
I was just coming across now, and before coming onto the show, and the flyover is cracked.
Man, so much money's been put into it, and now it's cracked. What?
It's okay. It's just April Fools, and happy April Fools to you all.
Okay.
Did you actually believe me? Did you believe me? Wow.
I can't deal. I was gonna go for
Where you going? Were you gonna go and check it out? Wow. Okay. Very good. Well, to everyone watching, happy April Fool's Day to you. Take it away, Dini.
All right, we'll go for a break now, Lawrence. We'll go for a break now, and we'll be back with more on sports. And stay tuned.
All right, welcome back to Sports Scene, and this time we're going to Brisbane and doing a Zoom call, not with the head coach Matthew Church, but we're really happy to have with us online Brendon Nima. All right, Brendon is the current SP Hunters Centre, and he joins us on Zoom this evening. All right, Brendon, bro, Tripla, thank you, lo yupla. Awesome, you join us lo Sports Scene.
Thank you, mate. Morning, Sports Scene. Thank you, Strat.
Okay, Brendon. Well, let's get straight into it, bro. Digicel Cup. Please name him team below you, and how many seasons you've been playing with that team?
I played for the Bintago Gorokalanis, which is Eastern Islands team. I joined them in 2015. I made my club debut in 2015. I played there 16, 17, 18, and 19. I joined the Hunters. This is my third year now.
All right. No, that's awesome, Brendon, and a really good platform there for you now to become the centre for the PNG Hunters. Now, Tupla week Igopinis, a tough round one game against Wynnum Manly, and then last week against the Ipswich Jets. Form Blue pick up the second half. Can you just explain, what happened? What did the coach say at halftime? And, we just clicked into gear.
Go leading towards this round one and everything. Coach been talking with me, we've been sacrificing a lot na camp this far. So it's an excuse we've done every trial match or slakain. So we've just we've talking with us and we've sacrificed a lot local this far. So we've not taking this game lightly first around. We've aiming for the win, but unfortunately only Keras let me down. So we've lose round one.
So round two, Brendon, very quickly, a big second half. Brendan Gutono, your namesake, Mkisim tripla try, and Epel Capinias, tripla forward blue. He got 2 tries. Epel's try in just before half time. Man, he was really excited.
Yeah, first try bogo to low club, so just have a master. Logisla try bogo about message second half just walk lo namel backside to rack bogo also. I mean, putting up, we just running all down now. Backpedaling sa time, we have been rolling ball goal of Ponas, Emisil, Bingas, especially namesake, we got to know score dribble try so. Big left foot, long forward, Sumla, Namel, make you walk with and outside DC. So, yeah, it's like game the second half come back strong.
Okay, Brendon, so very quickly, this week, sample all COVID messages come out of Brisbane, or some lockdown. Can you give us a little bit of a personal experience how the lockdown happens in Brisbane compared here in Papua New Guinea?
Queensland government and strict threat. Law COVID protocol law this kind so time we've been coming to them. We've been strict so we've been can come isolate. We've been minimal so lily all protocol message. Yeah, this is important threat of Benin there. If you know Benin now, but you got penalties na this kind so. Now again we've been got one COVID case again increase law Brisbane so talk walk or go around law but I think Brisbane lockdown 3 days now, but 3 days. Now soon bakamo solo Gold Coast so that's just waiting more confirmation of Queensland health now, but we've been on the same protocol again, on COVID protocols again.
So this week, Brendon, so very quickly, Bayupla challenge him Mackay Cutters. They have lost 2 games. What's the plan, Sam Coach Ibn Tok Liupla?
So coach and talk me at one game plan, but we just play one all Cutters, but as maybe training or this week or second leading to game time, I think just put your on and tips where maybe need to work on. Like the defense from Miblan, when I play same like Ilo, but Miblan you see against small team. So Miblan just wait till lo. I want them coach but talk last week leading to that game next week.
Brendon, what is your dream? One M kind Tintin Blue or some you now play Lo Hunters. Where do you see yourself, bro?
Every rugby league player dream lo move one step forward lo one league on play lo. Kind of Digicel Cup come antas ola make kumuls then ola make NRL. So every dream of a rugby player is to play NRL. So dream lo one lo dream lo meet lo at least play lo kumuls na representing country win play get siwam lo contract lo NRL.
Very good, Brendon. Now, before we wrap up, me like him or some you give some little encouragement message. Lo samplo yampla mangi where maybe all work lo watching you lo goroka all family blue you. I'll give you this time now to express your message, and also you can talk hello lo family blue you lo place.
Firstly, Mila pasi hello to me lo family lo place, especially lo goroka my parents, all brother sister me or so watching this lo place. Mr. Borait, the lugar du bled, lo time lo sick. Sta laus benimol COVID protocol. To my family, Mrs. Lumina, Lily boy me back again. Suppose it lawats. Lab me pasi lab me kam itla na. This lugar du bled lo isla time lo sick. Then go back lo liam lo boys tinjin lo pursue career we kam lantas na go lo next step. Come again lo discipline, dedication, commitment, you know, one is game you play long. That's Emba Karivan this far. If no discipline, dedication, time, effort you put in, say low. Something you like to lumber, but you know, come up with one dream you got long. So, you have boys low, please stay out, all drugs, alcohol, concentrate, one is something you like, achieve your life. So, you just set in aims, na goals, so you work towards those lives, na goals. Achieve it. Thank you.
Very well said, Brendon Nima, the current Centre for the SP PNG Hunters. Brendon, thank you very much for joining us on Sports Scene today.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, there you go. That's Brendon Nima, the SP Hunters Centre. We were very fortunate to have him join us on Zoom right here on Sports Scene. We'll be back with more on Sports Scene. All right, welcome back. You are watching Sports Scene. It is the Zoom session time, and we've got with us on the Zoom call this evening Stanley Hondina, the CEO for the PNGRFL. He's joining us now on Zoom. Stanley, listen, a very, very big good evening to you, and thanks for joining us on Sports Scene.
Yeah, Lawrence and listeners all across the country, good evening and good to be back. Look what the world has thrown at us with this pandemic, getting us to be innovative and doing a Zoom interview like this to keep our stakeholders in the game involved and informed of everything that's happening. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, it's look again. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, last time we spoke was the first week of February, and I congratulated you for being the acting CEO at the time. How times have moved on, and you've now resumed the role of CEO. So again, a big congratulations to you. And since then, there's a lot that's been happening. The Hunters being in their bubble and 30 days in isolation, and then playing, and what a good result. But I'm here to talk about the Digicel Cup. We were meant to start pretty soon, but due to the new pandemic measures and your Bunnies protocols, you set your date for April 24th.
Yes, Lawrence, with the pandemic, ideally I think we are placed in a position that we were 12 months ago, where this time last year we were set to kick off on the 4th of April, but due to the pandemic, we had to push it to somewhere in June. That time we were not properly tied to it, and it was a new tide that came and surprised every one of us.
Yes.
But I think now we've been preparing well for that. So in line with the new orders that came out to have a 4 weeks of partial lockdown or restriction in movement within the provinces, we are an obedient sport, and we align our obedience towards that, and we've pushed all our competition calendars by 4 weeks to 25th, 26th weekend of April. That's when we're looking at resuming the Digicel Cup, plus all our local and domestic competitions across the country.
So from last year, in terms of the Bunnies protocols that you've set out, is there any difference in terms of what was done last year compared to what you want to do this year?
Not really. The protocols came about as a result to combat the COVID, and COVID hasn't changed in shape or form. It's still the same COVID, so the protocols would be still the same to be applied. In terms of guideline and for viewers and spectators and supporters of the game across the country, we've written to the SOE controller. We've asked them permission to allow our teams to continue training. They've been already training when the new orders came out on the 22nd of March, effective. So we asked them to allow us to continue training and have opposed sessions indoor, which meaning no outside contact, but just between ourselves. And we supplied them a copy of our protocols. Lawrence, it's a detailed protocol. Every time the team goes for training, they do temperature checks. They have to have masks and sanitizers on, and plus they're also in a bubble by the way of teams together. So we asked them to continue with that, and that's the letter or the application we sent to the SOE controller, but we haven't received any form of response from them yet. And as such, we've asked our teams to wait and see. We're hoping for a result to follow through soon, and we'll do some follow-up calls again and get that out of the way, so we can have them continue to train and preparing April 25th for a kickoff.
But I guess for franchises, for them to be able to, keep the momentum going, I'm sure coaches would allow players to be in their own bubbles, send them the individual programs, and just keeping fit over the next couple of weeks.
Correct. Lawrence, this pandemic has struck across the nation and the world. So the good thing for us is it's not something new. Last year it took us by surprise, and we had to be really innovative and creative about it. Now I think they're already versed with what needs to be done and the results that can come from it. So we've encouraged teams, and on this juncture, Lawrence, I want to thank the franchises who've invested substantial amount of money, and by pushing this competition for 4 weeks, it's a financial burden that is placed on the franchises. That will be something that they will have to cope with, and the positive responses that we're getting from them is saluting, and we really commend them for that and the partnership that those franchises and the Harriets, they are willing to put it so the game can survive, and we get our spectators and other stakeholders engaged to enjoy a footy season.
Okay, now Stanley, also part of the Bunnies protocols that you've submitted, you've also selected a few affiliates as well and school programs also to be part of that approval?
Yeah, Lawrence, going back a month or two, we've called for expression of interest for the leagues and affiliates to be part of us. And those that have expressed their interest, we give them the applications form, and it's a process that we've put at the back end of it. So those that who have successfully completed all our requirements, meaning they are technically competent and they're able to do, those are the ones that we will sanction together when we sanction the Digicel Cup. So it's more like a controlling power, so we have control over them as they've complied to us and they're an affiliate to us. They understand what we want, and part of the process of that is to get them to be communicatable and reachable so that we can help them and work with them through the course of the year. So those that have met all the requirements and that are eligible are the ones that we will follow through with, and we will support them with guiding through the season.
Okay, yeah, no, that's really good to hear. Stanley, look, I'll wrap things up. I'm sure you would like to, say thank you to, your partners, and I'll give that opportunity to you now.
Correct, Lawrence, and you know this better. Without our sponsors and partners, we wouldn't be able to survive. We wouldn't be able to do what we are doing. So a big thanks out there to all our sponsors and partners of Rugby League, the major ones being SP Brewery, Digicel, KPHL, PNGRFL, Oil Sets, and all the other sponsors and partners to our Digicel Cup teams that have been there supporting them in their different tiers of sponsorship and partnering values. Just a big thank you to them for the good job that they've done and the extra resources that they put in to keep this boat afloat and help us to keep it moving. So a big thank you to them. Also extending the word appreciation to the government of Papua New Guinea, the SOE Control and the Pandemic Office, yourselves in the media industry and everyone. It's a collective effort, it's a team effort. We do these things to keep our people in the space of social and mindset, happy, engaged, entertained. That's our contribution to this nation building. So a big word of thanks out to everyone that's involved in one way or another. Without them, this game wouldn't be possible and we wouldn't be able to have all these things that we are doing today.
All right, good stuff. Stanley, once again, you're doing a fantastic job. Keep it up in this really trying times. And thanks very much for joining us on Zoom.
Thank you, Lawrence and the listeners. Let's support and let's make it through as rugby league being our national sport. Let's see it to be the national sport, loved and played by all. Thank you.
All right, well, there you go. That's the CEO of the PNGRFL, Stanley Hondina, who was able to join us this evening. We'll be back with more on Sports Scene.
Welcome back. You're watching Sports Scene. Unfortunately, this is the final segment tonight on Sports Scene. So, before we go, let's run through a couple of things. First of all, Sports Awards, the nominations. They're closing in 7 days' time, 7th of April. So if you know of an achievement of a sporting body, team, athlete, official, whatsoever related to sports, check out the categories and send in your nominations. It says here, there's 12 categories, but there's an additional one, Stan Joyce Award. This one, that recognizes organizations that have provided outstanding support through their continued partnership and collaboration with sports in PNG. So the others are the usual ones, Male and Female Athlete of the Year, Team of the Year, National Performance of the Year, Community Sports Initiative, Junior Male and Female Athlete of the Year, Best Sports Person with a Disability, Sports Official of the Year, Sports Photo of the Year, and of course the People's Choice Award, where you will have to vote. So do participate in the voting as well for the People's Choice Award. Now the nomination form, if our operator can just roll it on screen now so our viewers can have a look at it. This is what the nomination form looks like. Please do check out the PNGOC page, SP page as well to get a hold of the nomination form. You can always deliver it to SP Brewery here in Port Moresby and all the other outlets, PNG Sports Foundation, PNG Olympic Committee Office, and of course, do get in touch with them via any of the platforms online, Facebook, if you have any other queries. Lawrence, you would like to add anything else?
No, I think you've covered it all there, Dini. And 7 days to go. Papua New Guinea, as we do, last minute, sending in nominations. Let's try and get it in early. A lot of content that you need to all put as supporting documents to say why you want to be able to nominate that person or that association or that team. Yeah.
And it's a prestigious award. 28 years, this will be the 28th award ceremony. So it's been 28 years, 27 years so far of recognizing sporting achievements. And that's something to look forward to. We've been looking forward to last year due to COVID-19 and the hiccup. A lot of things were put on hold. So now Sports Awards virtual right here on EMTV.
Wow. Can't
Tune
wait
in
for that.
Yes. All right, that's all for tonight. Before we go, if you have any story tip, remember we're now on to Zoom session productions. So if you do not feel like you want to come out to join us in studio or anything, you can always join us on Zoom for safety reasons due to COVID-19. And we would contact us on Facebook, sports@emtv.com.pg. That's the email address, phone number, 312.
You're really in a rush to go somewhere.
Yes, I am.
We forgot one more thing.
What?
It's the NRL. I got to give the draw.
What? Okay, yes.
That's okay.
Tell them to draw quickly before I run through the context.
Tonight, Penrith play the Manly Sea Eagles. All right, that's tonight. And as we flick over the page, these are the games on the weekend. The Bulldogs take on South Sydney Rabbitohs. The Broncos take on Melbourne Storm in Melbourne tomorrow on Saturday. All right, these are the games. Sharks take on the Cowboys. Gold Coast Titans against the Canberra Raiders. And on Sunday, Easter Sunday, Newcastle Knights versus the Dragons and Sydney Roosters versus the New Zealand Warriors. I think there's a game on Easter Monday too, if I am correct. No, and yeah, so those are the games for the NRL for this weekend. Good luck to all the teams. And I must say the SP Hunters have a bye. Well, not just the SP Hunters, but the Intrust Super Cup. It's a bye weekend. All right, so all the games will resume on the 10th and 11th of April next week. So a good rest for the boys. All right, there you go.
All right, recapping on the contact details, excluding the rush. Contact us on phone number 312-9200, as you can see on your screen. And you can message us on our Sportscene Facebook page. Or you can email us at sports@emtv.com.pg. We would discourage people from turning up, the ones in Port Moresby, from turning up at the Garden City office. Please use one of these mediums to get in touch with us. That's it for tonight. This is where we leave you. Our new timing is now 7 p.m. every Thursday. So we will be seeing you same time, same place next week. Bye for now.
Good night.